This is why you need to know about cloud computing. It's not just a tech buzzword, it's changing how we use the internet. Let's break it down in simple words. Cloud computing is like having a giant computer on the internet that you can use anytime, anywhere. Instead of saving files on your own laptop or phone, you store them on the cloud. Basically, big computers owned by companies like Google or Amazon. So, if your device crashes, your data is safe and you can access it from any other device. It's not just for storage. Cloud computing lets you use apps, play games, watch videos, and even edit documents online without needing fancy hardware. It's super helpful for students, businesses, and even your family WhatsApp group. Next time you upload a selfie or stream a movie, remember, you're using the cloud. That's cloud computing in a nutshell. Simple, smart, and everywhere. Everybody is looking for simple answers about cloud computing. If deployment models confuse you, you need to watch this. Let's break it down together. Cloud deployment models are just the different ways you can run your apps and store data in the cloud. There are mainly three types: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Public cloud is like using a shared bus. Anyone can hop on, it's easy, and you pay only for your ride. Private cloud is like owning a car. Just for your organization, more control, but it's all on you. Hybrid cloud, that's the best of both worlds. A little bus, a little car. Choosing the right model depends on what you need: cost, security, or flexibility. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all in cloud computing. So next time someone mentions cloud deployment models, you'll know exactly what's up. Like, share, and follow for more tech made simple. What I wish I knew at 12 instead of 21. Cloud computing can make life so much easier. Let's dive into the basics of cloud computing service models. There are three main types: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. IaaS stands for Infrastructure as a Service. Think of it as renting IT infrastructure like servers and storage. Next up, PaaS, or Platform as a Service. This is like a developer's dream, providing tools and frameworks to build, test, and deploy applications. Finally, SaaS, or Software as a Service. This one's simple. It's about using software over the internet like Gmail or Office 365. So, in short, IaaS is like renting IT resources, PaaS is for developers building apps, and SaaS is using software online. Cloud computing makes everything easier and more flexible. Now you know the basics. Stay curious and keep exploring. Why are there not more people talking about the real heroes behind your favorite apps? It's all thanks to the cloud giants. Let's see who's on top. First up, Amazon Web Services, or AWS. They're like the king of the cloud, hosting everything from shopping apps to online games. Next, we have Microsoft Azure. Imagine all the files and photos in your OneDrive. That's Azure working behind the scenes. Then there's Google Cloud. Every time you use Google Photos or search on Google, their cloud is making it happen. And don't forget IBM Cloud and Oracle Cloud. They might not be as famous, but they help big businesses run safely and smoothly. Together, these providers keep our favorite websites, apps, and online tools running 24/7. So next time you stream music or store files online, just remember, these cloud giants are working hard to keep you connected. Which cloud provider do you use the most? Tell us in the comments. You need to watch this if you struggle with tech jargon. Cloud computing sounds fancy, but it's actually super simple. Let's make it easy together. Imagine the cloud as a giant online cupboard. Instead of saving your files on just your phone or computer, you store them on the internet. That way, you can open your cupboard from anywhere, on your phone, laptop, or even someone else's device. There are three main types of cloud services. First, storage, like Google Drive or iCloud, where you keep your files safe. Second, software, like using Google Docs or streaming movies, where the app runs on the cloud, not your device. And third, infrastructure. That's like renting powerful computers online so businesses don't need to buy their own. The best part? The cloud keeps your data safe, saves space on your device, and lets you access your stuff anytime, anywhere. So next time you upload a photo, remember, you're using the cloud. Cloud computing makes life simpler, faster, and way more connected. What I wish I knew at 16 instead of 26. Cloud isn't just somewhere in the sky. It's organized with backup plans built in. Imagine the cloud as a huge network of data centers all over the world. Each big area, like North India or Europe, is called a region. Now, inside every region there are smaller groups called availability zones. Think of them like different branches of the same school in one city. If one has a power cut, the others still run smoothly. So if you're using an app, your data isn't just stored in one place, it's copied across these zones. If something goes wrong in one zone, don't worry. The others keep everything running without you even noticing. That's how companies avoid big problems and keep your favorite services up 24/7. So next time you upload a photo or send a message, remember, regions and zones are quietly working in the background, making sure your data is always safe and available. Cool, right? Why are there not more people talking about Elastic Compute Cloud? Seriously, it's the backbone of so many apps you use daily. Let's find out what makes it so powerful. Elastic Compute Cloud, or EC2, is like renting a virtual computer in the cloud. Imagine you need extra computers for a big project, but you don't want to buy and set them up. With EC2, you just pick how much power you need, click a button, and boom, your new computer is ready in minutes. And when you don't need it, just switch it off and stop paying. It's perfect for businesses and developers because you can scale up or down anytime. That's why it's called elastic. It stretches to fit your needs. In short, EC2 gives you the freedom to run apps, test ideas, or handle sudden traffic, all without the headache of managing hardware. Super easy, super smart. You need to hear this if you're new to cloud computing. AMI is like a ready-made recipe for your cloud computer. Let's see how it works. In simple words, an AMI is a snapshot of a computer's setup. It saves the operating system, software, and settings all in one package. When you want a new virtual machine on AWS, you just pick an AMI and boom! Your machine is ready with everything you need, no extra setup. It's like having your favorite phone settings saved, so you can set up a new phone in minutes, not hours. With AMIs, you can launch as many cloud computers as you want, all exactly the same. This saves time, reduces mistakes, and makes cloud computing super easy for everyone. So next time you hear AMI, remember, it's your shortcut to fast, easy cloud setups. You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding cloud computing basics. EC2 might sound fancy, but it's actually super simple. Let's break it down in just 60 seconds. So what is EC2? Imagine you need a computer, but you don't want to buy one or worry about repairs. EC2 lets you rent virtual computers over the internet whenever you need them. You can choose how powerful your computer is and even switch it off when you're done, so you only pay for what you use. It's like having a flexible, on-demand computer lab in the cloud. Developers use EC2 to run websites, apps, or even crunch numbers for big projects without buying extra hardware. So next time you're streaming, shopping, or gaming online, remember, EC2 is working in the background, making it all possible. That's cloud magic made simple. What I wish I knew at the start instead of Googling for hours, cloud authentication isn't as scary as it sounds. Here's what you really need to know. Let's make it simple. Cloud authentication is just a fancy word for proving you are who you say you are before you get access to cloud apps. Think of it like showing your ID card at the entrance of a building. When you log in, you usually enter a username and password. This is called single-factor authentication. But cloud services want to be extra sure, so they add another step, like sending an OTP to your phone. This is multi-factor authentication, or MFA. The more factors, the safer your data. Sometimes cloud providers even use biometrics, like your fingerprint or face, to verify you. So next time you're asked for that extra code, remember, it's all about keeping your information secure in the cloud. Stay safe and keep your passwords strong. Why are there not more people talking about security groups in the cloud? They're like invisible bouncers for your data. Let's see how they keep your cloud safe. Imagine your cloud account is a big apartment building. Security groups are like the guards at the entrance. They decide who can come in and who stays out. Instead of keys, they use rules. For example, you can say, "Only my laptop can enter," or "No one from outside can knock." These rules control which data can flow in or out, just like letting friends in for a party, but keeping strangers away. The best part? You can change the rules anytime, open the gates for new devices, or shut them for extra safety. So next time you use the cloud, remember, security groups are your first line of defense, keeping your data safe and sound. Hit like if you learned something new and subscribe for more tech tips made simple. You need to hear this if you're a cloud newbie. Launching servers doesn't have to be complicated. Let's break down launch templates. So, what exactly is a launch template? Think of it like a ready-made recipe for setting up a cloud server. Instead of picking all your ingredients every time, like memory size, storage, and settings, you just save your favorite combo as a template. Whenever you want to launch a new server, just pick your template and you're good to go. No more repeating the same steps, no more missed details. It saves you time and keeps everything consistent. Whether you're testing a new app or building a website, launch templates make it super simple. Set it up once, use it forever. So, next time you hear someone talking about launch templates, just remember, it's like your favorite shortcut for the cloud. Simple, quick, and hassle-free. If this helped, tap like and follow for more cloud tips. Yar! Are you confused about which cloud to use, public or custom? Don't stress. Let's make it super simple. So what's a public cloud? Think of it like a gym membership. You share space and equipment with others, but it's ready to use and affordable. Services like Google Cloud or AWS fall into this category. Now, custom cloud is more like having your own home gym. You choose the equipment, set the rules, and even control who enters. It's tailor-made for your needs but costs more and takes effort to set up. Public cloud is perfect if you want something quick, easy, and scalable. Great for startups or students. But if your organization needs extra security, privacy, or unique features, custom cloud is the way to go. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all. Choose what fits your project and budget best. Want more quick tech explainers? Hit that follow for more. I'm sure you've heard the news. Websites crash with too many users, right? But there's a smart fix in the cloud. Let's talk load balancers. Think of a load balancer like a traffic cop for your online data. When thousands of people try to access a website, the load balancer stands in the middle, directing each request to the best available server, just like a cop guiding cars to different lanes to avoid traffic jams. This means your website stays speedy and doesn't crash, no matter how many visitors come in. In cloud computing, load balancers are super flexible. They automatically add or remove servers based on how busy things get. Simple, right? So next time you shop or stream online without a hitch, remember, there's a cloud load balancer making it all look easy. Hit like and subscribe for more tech basics. What's the magic behind smooth cloud apps? Let's spill the beans. It's all about load balancers. Imagine you're at your favorite pani puri stall. There's a crowd, but instead of one uncle serving everyone, there are 3. Each uncle takes turns so nobody waits too long. That's exactly what a load balancer does in the cloud. When you open a cloud app, loads of people are using it at the same time. If all requests go to one server, it gets overloaded and crashes. But a load balancer acts like our pani puri uncles, sharing the work between several servers. So if one server is busy, the load balancer simply sends you to another one. This keeps apps fast, smooth, and always running, even during big sales or cricket matches. Next time your app works perfectly, even during rush hour, you know whom to thank. The humble load balancer, the secret sauce of cloud computing. If you think security sounds boring but love smooth apps, this one's for you. Let's talk about how cloud keeps your stuff safe, without the geeky jargon. So, picture a load balancer like a traffic cop for your apps. It makes sure data travels smoothly, sending it to the right place. But how do we stop the bad guys from sneaking in? That's where security groups come in. Think of them as VIP guest lists. Only the right people, or data, get through the door. You set the rules, who can talk to your app and who cannot. For example, you might allow just web traffic and block everything else. This keeps your load balancer and your apps safe from unwanted visitors. So next time you use your favorite app, remember, there's a smart security guard, a security group protecting your data behind the scenes. Cloud security doesn't have to be complicated. With security groups, you're in control. No tech degree needed. Follow for more easy cloud tips. If you're new to cloud, you need to understand this. Inbound and outbound HTTP. What's the deal? Let's make it super simple. Think of your cloud server like a house. Inbound HTTP traffic is like visitors ringing your doorbell. They're coming in, maybe to see your website or use your app. Outbound HTTP traffic is you sending messages out, like ordering food online or updating your Instagram. In cloud computing, you control who can come in or go out with security rules called firewalls. Inbound rules decide who can access your server from outside, while outbound rules control what your server can reach on the internet. So if you want people to see your website, you need to allow inbound HTTP. But if your app fetches updates or data from outside, you'll need outbound HTTP too. Remember, managing both is key for a secure and smooth cloud experience. Now you know, cloud traffic isn't as tricky as it sounds. I bet you didn't know your favorite app can have hundreds of users at once and never slow down. That's the magic of auto-scaling. Let's break it down super simple. Auto-scaling means your cloud can add or remove servers automatically. Imagine you're throwing a party. If more friends arrive, you bring out extra chairs. If people leave, you pack the chairs away. In the cloud, auto-scaling does the same. It adds more computers when your app gets busy and removes them when things are quiet. But how does it know what to add? That's where launch configuration comes in. Think of launch configuration as your party checklist. It tells the cloud what kind of computer to use, what software to install, and how to set it up. So every time auto-scaling needs a new server, it follows your checklist. Next time your app runs smooth, even in rush hour, you know it's all because of auto-scaling and launch configuration. Cloud magic made simple. I will never forget my first cloud account setup. It looked tough, but it's actually super easy. Let me show you how. Alright, step 1. Go to your cloud provider's website like AWS or Google Cloud. Click on Create Account. Fill in your email and set a strong password. Remember, this email will be your main ID, so keep it safe. Step 2. You'll get a verification email. Open it and click the link to activate your account. That's it. You're already halfway there. Step 3. Now, log in with your new details. This first account is your IAM root account. Think of it like the main key to your cloud house. Super important. Last step, set up two-step verification for extra safety. This means even if someone gets your password, they can't get in without your phone. And you're done. You've just created your IAM root account. Easy, right? Don't forget, never share your root details and always log out after using. Follow for more easy cloud tips. I'm sure you've heard the news. Cloud security is more important than ever. But who controls access in the cloud? Let's find out. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. Think of it as the bouncer for your cloud party. IAM web service users are like digital IDs you create for people or apps that need to log in and use your cloud resources. You set up these users so you don't have to share your main password. Each user gets their own username and secret key, like handing out special passes to your friends. With IAM, you decide exactly what each user can see or do. Maybe one friend can only look at photos while another can upload new ones. It's all about giving the right access to the right people and keeping your cloud safe. So next time you hear IAM web service user, just remember, it's your smart way to control who's in and what they can do in your cloud. Pretty cool, right? I don't think people understand how important cloud policies are. They're like the traffic rules of the internet. Let's break it down in just 60 seconds. So, what are cloud policies? Simply put, they are rules that control who can do what with your data in the cloud. There are 3 main types. First, we have security policies. These decide who can access your files and how your info is protected. Next, usage policies. They define what you're allowed to do. For example, how much storage you can use or which apps you can run. And finally, compliance policies. These make sure everything follows laws and company rules. For example, keeping your data private and following regulations like GDPR. So, to sum up, security keeps things safe, usage keeps things fair, and compliance keeps things legal. That's cloud policies in a nutshell. Next time you use the cloud, remember, those rules are working hard in the background. Catch you in the next one. Imagine a giant online locker where you can safely keep all your digital stuff. Sounds cool, right? Okay, so what is an S3 bucket? Think of it as a special folder in the cloud, but way more powerful. You can store photos, videos, documents, almost anything you want. And the best part? You can access them from anywhere, anytime, just with internet. Creating an S3 bucket is super simple. You just log in, give your bucket a unique name, and boom, it's ready to use. Drag and drop your files and they're safely stored on the cloud. Worried about privacy? Don't be. You can set your S3 bucket to be private, public, or share it with only specific people. So next time you back up your photos or share files with friends, remember, S3 buckets are working behind the scenes, keeping your memories safe and accessible. Cloud magic? Unlocked. Hit like if you learned something new today and follow for more tech made simple. I bet you didn't know, most cloud mishaps happen because of simple permission mistakes. Today, Let's expose how IAM can keep your S3 data safe. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. It's like a security guard for your cloud. When you store files in Amazon S3, you want to make sure only the right people can see or change them, right? That's where IAM permission policies come in. Think of them as special rules that say who can open, upload, or delete your files. For example, you can create a policy so only your team can upload data while everyone else just views it. The best part? These rules are super flexible. You can allow access to just one folder or the whole bucket, whatever suits you. And if someone leaves the team, just update the policy. No drama. So next time you hear IAM permission policy, just remember, it's your personal bouncer for cloud files. Stay smart, stay secure. Cloud security sounds tough, but IAM roles make it super simple. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. Think of it like a security guard in the cloud, deciding who can enter which rooms and what they can do inside. Let's say you're working on a project with your friends. You don't want everyone to have the master key, right? Instead, you give each person a special key, an IAM role, that only opens certain doors. For example, one person can just view files, another can edit, and someone else can manage everything. This way, only the right people can access or change important stuff. IAM roles help keep your cloud data safe, organized, and easy to manage. So next time you hear IAM role, just remember, it's your cloud's way of saying, hey, only the right people allowed. Now you know the secret behind cloud security. Follow for more tech tips made easy. This is why you need IAM roles and EC2. Without them, your cloud would be a total mess. Let's make things super simple. Okay, picture this. You have a computer in the cloud. That's your EC2 instance. But you don't want just anyone to use it, right? That's where IAM comes in. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. It's like giving special ID cards to your cloud computers. With IAM roles, you tell AWS who can do what. For example, you can say, hey, this EC2 instance can read files from my storage, but nothing else. No passwords needed, just simple permissions. Setting up an IAM role is easy. Just pick what access you want, attach it to your EC2 instance, and you're good to go. So next time you launch an EC2, remember, IAM roles keep things safe and simple. Cloud made easy, right? Hit like and follow for more quick guides. If your password is a lone soldier, it needs a powerful ally. Enter multi-factor authentication. In the world of cloud computing, security is everything. With cyber threats on the rise, just a password won't cut it anymore. That's where multi-factor authentication, or MFA, comes in. MFA adds an extra layer of security by requiring 2 or more verification methods. It's like having 2 locks on your front door. You've got your password and then a text code, an email link, or even a fingerprint scan. Easy, right? Here's why it's crucial. Even if hackers crack your password, they still need that second form of verification. It's like having a bouncer at the door of your cloud party. No extra proof, no entry. So, next time you log in, think beyond just the password. Enable MFA and give your cloud data the protection it deserves. Because in the digital world, safety is always better than sorry. Stay secure, stay smart, and keep those clouds guarded. Everybody is looking for a safe place to store their data. But what if you need billions of files stored and ready to access anytime? That's where Amazon S3 comes in. Amazon S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. Think of it like a giant online locker, but for your data. Whether you're saving family photos or running a business, S3 lets you store unlimited files, called objects, inside digital buckets. It's super reliable. Your data is stored in multiple locations, so it's always safe, even if one server goes down. Accessing your files? Super easy. You can reach them from anywhere using a simple link. And don't worry about security. S3 lets you control exactly who can see or edit your stuff. So next time you upload a photo, remember, Amazon S3 might be working behind the scenes, keeping your memories safe in the cloud. Did you know most cloud users lose files at least once a year? But with versioning, you never have to panic. Let's see how it works. In cloud computing, versioning means saving different copies or versions of your files every time you make a change. So, if you accidentally delete or mess up a document, you can simply go back to an earlier version, just like rewinding time. It's super useful for students, professionals, or anyone who edits files online. Many services like Google Drive and Dropbox offer versioning by default. So next time you edit a file, don't worry, your cloud's got your back. That's the magic of versioning in cloud computing. Simple, nah? I don't think people understand how simple website hosting can be. You don't need fancy servers. All you need is Amazon S3. Amazon S3 is like a giant online storage bucket. You just upload your website files like HTML, CSS, and images straight into S3. No coding magic needed. Next, turn on the static website hosting setting. Just pick your main file, like index.html, and S3 gives you a special website link. Share this link with anyone, and your site is live for the world. It's super affordable too. You only pay for what you use. No big bills or complicated setup. So next time you want to launch a simple website, remember, with Amazon S3, it's just upload and go. Try it out and see for yourself how easy cloud hosting can be. I bet you didn't know your files in the cloud rely on a secret team, bucket permissions, and index documents to keep things sorted. Ready to meet them? Let's dive in. Okay, so what's a bucket? Think of it like a giant digital folder where you store your files, photos, videos, anything. But not everyone should have access, right? That's where bucket permissions come in. They decide who can look, upload, or delete stuff, like a bouncer at a VIP club. Now about index documents. When you open a website stored in a cloud bucket, the index document, usually named index.html, is the first page you see. It's like the welcome mat at your digital home. So set the right permissions to stay secure and pick your index document so visitors see the right page. That's how you keep your cloud bucket safe, user-friendly. Easy, nah? What if I told you your cloud storage has its own little game to save you money and space? Okay, picture this. Your cloud storage is getting crowded with old files. Instead of you manually cleaning up, the cloud uses something called life cycle rules. These are simple instructions like delete photos older than a year. But here's where it gets interesting. In some cloud systems, there's a kind of auction. Each rule competes to manage your files. The rule that makes the most sense, like saving you the most space or money, wins the auction and takes action first. So let's say you have a rule to move old files to cheaper storage and another to delete them after 2 years. The cloud looks at all these rules, bids on which one's best, and applies it. This way, your storage stays organized and your costs stay low, automatically. So next time your files vanish from the cloud, don't worry. It's just lifecycle rule auctions doing their magic. Cloud smart, not hard. This is why you need to know about cloud storage classes. Not all files are created equal, and neither is the storage they need. Let's break it down together. Imagine you have 3 types of items at home: daily use clothes, party wear, and old photo albums. You don't keep all of them in your main wardrobe, right? That's exactly how cloud storage classes work. There's standard storage for your everyday files. Fast, always ready, just like your daily outfits. Then comes nearline or infrequent access, for files you need less often, like your party dresses. And finally, archive storage, super cheap, but slow to get to, perfect for old memories you hardly ever need. Choosing the right class saves you money and keeps your data handy when you need it. So next time you upload to the cloud, ask yourself, how often will I really need this? That's the secret to smart, cost-effective storage. Now you know the basics. Cloud storage, sorted in style. Time.